take us through the trade and what it presented and what you're able to get in Schreiber?
Yeah, well, first of all, we've been trying to continue to address the bullpen, and we wanted somebody that had been in some leverage situations before, and Schreiber's done that in Boston, particularly in 22, and then last year he missed part of the year, but we were still real happy with our reports, real happy with the data we have on him. We have some guys on our club that know him and speak very highly of him, so we have a good idea what we're getting from a makeup competitive standpoint. So it was a good move for us.
I know giving up Sandlin, it must hurt just considering he's a young starter.
Yeah, it was, and that was sort of the hesitation. This probably started about a week ago, and just going through the process. And David's a good young pitcher, is a solid prospect. We wish him nothing but the best, but. You're getting a proven major league pitcher who has years of control, and with that, the acquisition cost was going to cost something. So as much as we might have tried to stay away from Sandlin, they were pretty convicted, and that's who they wanted to acquire, and ultimately we decided it was best for the organization.
You said before that you need to maybe not rely on just your homegrown players so much. I mean, does this kind of feed into that a little bit? I mean, knowing that you needed to.
Yeah,
one of your guys?
I mean, it's an example of it. It's certainly not intentional. I mean, we're just looking at our team, looking at what we expect out of our starting pitchers, total innings pitched based on their history. We need a deep bullpen. We're going to need guys in the 6th, 7th inning, and John has done that. He's pitched in higher leverage situations in the 8th. He's really tough on right-handed hitters. So the move wasn't just to be transactional. It was because it makes sense for our big league team right now and the next couple years.
You're going to have a lot of options for those final bullpen spots. What do you feel like is going to be the deciding factor in determining who's going to make the squad?
Well, competition is healthy, and I think we're going to have a lot of healthy competition for those last couple spots. It's really going to come down to who, it's a tough April. We play a lot of good teams. And it's going to be who's throwing the ball well as we break spring training and really throughout the month of March. So we'll just continue to evaluate it. A lot of things can happen. We found out last year injuries are a part of it, and you can really fall behind early in the year if you don't have the depth. And right now we have the depth, so the competition's healthy for us.
And speaking of that bullpen depth, how much will that help the starters as well, knowing that you go 5 or 6 and the bullpen can come in? And
I mean, I know our starters are going to have the mindset that they want to go 7 and 8 innings, but the reality is over the course of the year, if we can get them out in a safe spot where we can turn it over to guys that are reliable, making that move becomes a lot easier, and guys are more accepting of it when the bullpen's good. And I think John's going to help us manage the rotation and our bullpen in a healthy way.
Physically, how's he doing? He missed
Good.
Time last year.
Yeah. He missed time. It was a lat strain. He missed time, but got good reports on what's going on now. Internally, and then with the help of Twitter, we're able to see some things too. So, no, somebody sent it to me, but no, everything's good. We know he reported early in January down to Fort Myers, and he's been throwing. He's been healthy. So, and then of course at the end of the process, we have a medical review anyway, and the trainers talk, and we signed off it without a problem.
Do you think that injury maybe affected his second half?
I think so, and until we get with him and talk to him about September, there's a feeling we have that maybe he came back a little early, wasn't quite 100% yet, but he's a competitor, and he was able to get off the 60-day and pitch, and he wanted to pitch, but we'll have better answers to that once we talk to him about it.
What about your bullpen last year made you go after the guys that you did, including Schreiber?
Yeah, strikes. I mean, evaluating our team, we have to give Q and Brian Sweeney options where they feel comfortable. And now I think there's stability in all the guys that we've acquired that they're going to come in, they're going to compete in the strike zone. Don't want to get overly concerned with strikeouts, but trust our defense, put the ball in play, be efficient. And then also when you start getting the depth that I think we're acquiring, there comes times too where guys can't go. They need a night, they need 2 nights. But I think we have some depth now where we'll be able to accommodate them.
specifically finishing games too? I mean, you feel like you have multiple guys who can do that?
Yeah. I mean, going back to Will and Chris Stratton, we feel good about them. MacArthur's finished games. Carlos at times has finished games. So we have options. You know, I think right now we're looking at it like Will Smith is going to be the guy, at least early on, that we're going to count on. He's done it the most, so logically that's the right guy to lean on. But we also got to protect him a little bit. He's not going to be able to throw 3 nights in a row, you know, too often this year. So having other guys that can finish games is important as well.
All right.
Okay.